Dia cakap.
Okay.
Okay. Kempox lah. Semua orang buat ni. Aku tak buat pun.
My name is Adam Salihin bin Razali and my number matrix is 1191060. So today, I'm going to present to all of you my final project, which is Project 3 for Architectural Design 1 for Semester 1. So the project I'm assigned with is my hideout. So what is a hideout? Hideout is somewhere you can go to slow down, reflect and engage in enjoyable activities. You can be alone or with someone who you find relaxing to be around. It is important for us to have a place to retreat, a place that brings us a sense of calm and respite from life's hectic pace at least once a week. Now, without further ado, let us move to my work project. So the name I chose for my project is Honey Valley. Okay, so first of all, let us look at the Naqli study. So the Naqli study I got is from Al-Quran, Surah An-Nahl, verse 68, which means, and your Lord inspired the bee saying, take you habitations in the mountains, and in the trees, and in what they erect. In this ayah, it is stated that Allah has inspired the bee to build their nest in the forest, in the mountains, and even in the environment with human, in what they, which is say in what they erect. So the bee live around us. So the bee itself have an instinct to create their nest, which is very unique, in wherever they want, because the Lord inspired them to do so. So my ideation is the beehive. The beehive, the nest internal structure is a densely packed group of hexagonal prismatic cells made of beeswax, which is called honeycomb. So, as we can see in the picture, the inside of the beehive, there's a lot of the honeycomb, which is the hexagonal shape, as we can see in the photo, and it is the bee use them to store their food and also to house their brood, such as their egg, their larva, and also their baby. So as we can see, the hexagonal shape, this honeycomb, is very neat and also very calm to look and also multifunctioning. As said earlier, the bee used them. So that's why I chose to create, to build my design based on the ideation of a beehive, because it is very multifunctioning and all of those great characteristics. And my concept itself is camouflage with nature. So in order for us to understand the nature or appreciate the nature more, we need to blend with nature, we need to camouflage with nature. So in my case, I make a design like a beehive, so we can feel one with nature, we can feel inside of the nature, because if we go inside the beehive, we will feel like we are one of them, so we understand and appreciate them more, we can calm our mind in there. So that's for my concept, ideation and Naqli study. Next is the design process. So for the first step, I took a literal beehive, as we can see in the photo, a literal beehive. So then I improvise it a little bit, and then we got some stairs and some doors and some facade. And after going through some grid, I decided to add some more the hexagonal shape, the honeycomb shape, inside of my building, because inside of the beehive there's a lot of the honeycomb. So I try to add more of them so we can feel more like them. So that's my second design. We got some the hexagonal shape design, and there's a decking over on top to have a proper view. And then after going through some more crates, I improvised them more, and we add some more facade, and I add some skylights. So that's how I got my final design. Okay, so now we move to the plan and also some section. So here is my floor plan and roof plan, and also two section. The two section I show in the floor plan over there. So here in the floor plan we got some a longer one is a bed, and the shorter one over at the wall is a sitting place, and in the middle hexagonal shape is a table. So there's also a ladder in the floor plan, which we can go to the roof. So here is how my roof plan looks like. There's a skylight on top of the hideout, and there's also a ladder to go down back. And there's a section which I cut, which is section AA and also section BB in the floor plan, as we can see. So now here is how my section AA, how the inside looks like. So as we can see, we can see some of the tables and the bed and also chair, and also some skylight from the section BB, and there's some window on the wall, and also there's a green wall on the, as we can see in the section. So that's for my floor plan and also section. Okay, so now let us move to the elevation. So I got 4 elevation, which is front elevation, rear elevation, right elevation, and left elevation. So in the first board, as we can see here, is front elevation and also rear elevation. It is a scale of 1 to 25, and we can see the human figure of scale 1 to 25, so we can compare the size of the building. And also the building, as we can see, the hideout is in the forest, which is where the site is located. So we can see the tree. The tree is much more higher than the building itself. Next is the right and left elevation. So the right and left elevation shown in the photo here is almost just the same as the front and rear elevation. We got the building in the forest, and there's a human scale 1 to 25. And in the left elevation, as we can see, there's a glass window on the wall and some green wall on the wall. And on the right elevation, we got some facade of the honeycomb. And in both figure, we can see there's a stair taken about 3 steps to go inside the hideout. Finally, the final board, which is about the exterior perspective and also interior perspective. So in the exterior perspective, as we can see here, there's 2 construction detail, which is the timber material and also the green wall. So as we can see, the timber use, there's a construction about timber floor, timber joist, and barrier, something related to the timber construction. And there's a green wall. As we can see, there's also a construction on detail of the green wall, about how it is watering itself and so on. In the interior perspective, there's a detail about the furniture. So as we can see here, the table around the hexagon table, we can expand it so it becomes bigger for us to use. There's also some seating. As we can see, those two boxes on the right, those two seatings, we can there's a drawer underneath it, so we can put our accessories, our clothing, and so on. And there's also this long one is a bed. So this bed, we can move the seat away, and we can expand this bed to become a 2-story bed. So there's 2 person can fit in this hideout. So there's also a ladder to go upstairs. So that's for my interior perspective. That's for my exterior perspective. So here is my full model. As we can see in the picture that I took. This model is in scale of 1 to 20, and I construct this using the balsa wood. So next is the floor plan, floor model, how it looks like, viewing from the top, the floor, and then there's a roof. As we can see, there's the skylights, and then here is the front elevation. As we can see, there's a stair, and then this rear elevation, and then this right elevation, which we can see some facade, and also the left elevation. As you can see in the picture, there's some green wall, and then there's some glass on the wall, and then this is some of the view from other perspective that I took the picture. So that's for my model. So that's all from me. Thank you so much, and thank you for listening.
Welcome.
You're welcome.
No worries.
Adia is missing.
Alia, you
Alia.
cannot do this.
Mana Ali. Taklah, kita just terus ni lah. Komen. React. So, ada. Okay. Bagi aku kan, Adam punya ni kan Adam kan batch, yelah dia buatkan sebelum kita kan. Dia batch sebelum kita sepatutnya kan. Tersekat
Tak ada.
Tak gila. Sorry, censored nanti. Ni apa aku nak cakap. Apa tu? Maksudnya nak bezakan dengan kita punya tu, macam beza gila lah dia punya board dengan kita. Even board dia macam biasa-biasa je kan. Dia punya section, dia punya apa tu? Apa tadi yang tak berwarna, dia punya perspektif tak berwarna kan. Tapi dekat perspektif dia tu ada apa tu namanya? Setiap lukisan dia tu ada maksud lah. Means like contoh macam perspektif dia kan. Perspektif dia letak construction sikit. Nampak tak? Dekat floor plan dia tunjukkan ni yang perspektif kan. Dia letak construction, lepas tu dekat exterior dengan interior. Macam kita just lukis kan. Tak adalah letak construction detail sangat macam ni. So nak cakapnya kat sini, detailnya batch sebelum ni daripada kita jauh no. So macam ni lah, jealous sikit lah dengan batch sebelum ni. Tapi dari aku lah, bagi sikit kat korang. Nanti korang aku cakap semua korang tak ada point pula. Okay.
Okay, siapa cakap? Cakap.
Tak kisah. Kau boleh je Riz, kau lah.
Ipar dulu.
Okay.
The appearance looks good, and the presentation is good also. And there is include a hand gesture, and mudah untuk dipahami. The drawing is look good, even there is some part is not coloured. That's all.
Lain. InsyaAllah aku last.
Okay. Nisa?
Alia.
Adam punya projek different daripada kita, so dia jadi interesting lah nak dengar sebab kita nak tahu apa projek dia nak buat kan. Lepas tu dia punya board pun menarik lah sebab dia bagi tahu each punya area tu apa benda function dia. Dia ada construction details, dia punya elevation pun dia bubuh konteks kan macam daun berpokok semua tu. So dia punya presentation jadi interesting. Ya. Dan dia pun macam well prepared and dia tahu apa dia nak cerita dekat dia punya presentation. Jadi, okay Alia.
Tadi aku terkeluar sekejap. Jadi apa yang aku tengok dia buat cantik lah, grafik dia lawa. Lepas tu apa lagi aku rasa kalau lebih banyak colour lagi menarik kot.
Aku rasa macam dia punya board dia macam ada lag something lah. Kadang macam lukisan, macam colour tu macam obvious lah. Sebab contoh sini kan, kalau dia colour dia akan nampakkan dia punya konteks yang dia nak sampaikan tu sampai. Contoh macam dekat dia punya yang ni, dia punya bukan ni. Dia dekat dia punya lebah tu. Kan nampak macam nak buat hexagon lebah kan. Kalau dia colour akan nampak yang konteks dia nak bawa macam tu kan. Lepas tu cuba back sikit. Back sikit kan. Contoh macam ni kan. Maybe dia boleh tukar kot dia punya sekarang kita nak tunjuk kita punya hideout kan. So kita janganlah macam tunjulkan pokok sangat. Kalau nampak macam ni sebab pokok nampak terlalu besar kan. Macam dia nak tunjukkan yang tu hideout kan. Tapi boleh tukar cara lain sikit kot. Sebab nampak macam terlebih pokok dia banyak sangat kan. Lagi satu dia kena macam layout dia kena betulkan sikit lah. Sebab kalau kata macam ni kan, yang slide ni bahagian atas tu dia macam kosong sikit. Bahagian bawah tu dah macam penuh sikit lah. Dengan ada tulisan floor plan-nya, ada nama dia lagi. Bila boleh ke atas kasi susun layout dia sikit lah. Itu saja.
Ni kan kalau medium
No offense Adam
Ni kan kalau medium hati tengok dia punya gambar pokok kan, mesti medium hati tanya, pokok kenapa pokok ni hijau pekat, yang tadi hijau lain-lain pokok. Medium hati kan dia macam ni sikit kan pasal konteks pasal ni. Medium hati sorry, no offense.
No offense, thank you.
Okay.
Ni pun menarik lah sebab dia punya model pun dah ambil daripada setiap segi kan, daripada atas. Dia buat detail lah macam tu, meja semua. Cantik lah.
Betul.
Itu je kot.
Saya letak kat gambar tadi.
Certain orang jarang kan ambil daripada atas. Orang dia tak tunjuk ada model daripada atas. Cantik.
Macam model kita tu ada yang tak boleh buka kan?
Tangga tu untuk apa
Dia nak naik.
Dari
Tengok
dua.
panjat tadi.
Dia,
Kan
dia
pen.
nak naik atas tu.
Dia ada buat.
Tu. Dia buat
Dia
macam
ada cakap berapa tinggi dia tadi.
tak tu.
Elevation.
Tak pasal pula sebab kita
Decking. Dia buat decking.
Decking kat atas tu kan? Decking kat atas tu ke? Macam Dai lah. Dai kan boleh panjat. Yang dia punya tu. Serius,
Dai
dia
dengan
punya.
Syafiq.
Syafiq ni apa? Hammock dia. Kalau Dai dia panjat.
Betul.
Okay. Nice.
Menarik
Good
lah,
one,
lain
Adam.
daripada lain.
Betul.
Mana dah?
Standing ovation. Okay.
Kalau Mary, kita boleh